Hey guys, welcome to the call. This is Larry Lane calling in from Burbank, California. So glad you are all here. What we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be doing some training, and we're definitely going to be talking about strategy. You know, right now, if you're on the Zoom, you're really on one of the fastest growing teams in this company, and we're loving that. So we got a lot of great things going on. I just want to say, from Eric Allen, he's our upline. Just everybody right now, be patient. I know a lot of people right now, there's some things going on with the KYC and being able to log into the banking. Right now, what I say to my team is we're in the $1 million seats, so we're in the seats right now that everybody a year from now, when there's millions of people using the card and everything's running smooth and we're all making incredible money, we're sitting in the seats that everybody's going to say, God, I wish I knew about that a year ago. So that's where we are. So just keep being patient. We've got a new email from support. I know a lot of people are getting faster responses from that. And they're also adding to the support team every single day. So there's more and more people being added. So just appreciate your patience. So a couple of things that I really want to go over that came out on the last corporate call, if you missed it. So starting today all the way through November, anybody that comes in for the $25 card, and just remember right now, you only need one $25 card. That one card will qualify you pretty much all the way through November to earn your commissions. They don't want 10,000 card holders right now, TCMs. They don't want that right now. But what they are going to do is people are going to be able to come in for the $25 card. There's going to be no annual renewal. And the second year, there was going to be a $4.95 monthly. They're going to have no monthly at all. So people are going to be able to get that card for the $25. Now, the other thing that's really cool is every year when you're supposed to renew and you're not paying for the renewal, they're still going to give you 500 Z-Bucks. So that's really, really cool. So that's the first thing I wanted to go over. The second thing I really wanted to go over, and I think I said this only on one call, but what we're going to do here, I really want you to kind of see the power of this card, the power of Tranzact Card, and really the power of what we have where you're sitting right now. There's only 8,000 people in the United States of America that know about Tranzact Card. And I'm telling you, in the next year, there will be millions of people using that card. So we're really going to show you the power of what you've got. And I just want to kind of open up a couple of my strategies. Like when I'm talking to people, just wrap your head around this. I just had a lady that joined my business. She's not a network marketer. She doesn't do MLM. She has a small business and she has a nail salon and she does about 300 people's nails. I mean, she's got a really successful nail salon. So she's got 300 customers that come through her front door and get their nails done, once a month, whatever, once a week. So look at the power of the Tranzact Card. She came in as a DBO. She's going to set that display up by her register. It's going to say Tranzact Card $25. As the customers, her customers are checking out, she is going to say, you just spent $100. Just so you know, if you had my Visa Tranzact Card, you would have just got 200 points because we're getting double points for the first year. Okay, so she's going to literally be moving cards right there at her own register with her own customers. So the power is every time her customers come in her store and get their nails done, she's making money. Every time they go out her front door, she's not making money. Once she links them to the Tranzact Card, every time they come in her store, now not only is she making money when they do their nails, now she's making money because they're doing their transaction fees on her card. Now she's got a double dip there, but the triple dip is now when they go out the front door, when that customer goes to McDonald's, when they go pay their phone bill, when they pay their car payment, she has linked them forever. This was her customer base that she built. Now she's got them linked on that Tranzact Card, and that is absolutely powerful. This will work with any small business. This will work with tanning salons. This will work with hardware stores. This will work with churches. We've already got several churches in our team that are literally the church, the pastor is coming in, and every member of the congregation can get that $25 Tranzact Card. And literally now, every time the congregation swipes that card, it's just like tithing to the church. The church is getting all of those transaction fees. So small-based businesses, that's going to be key. I mean, there's so many people here that are coming in tonight. You guys are all in different cities, all over the United States. Everywhere you've got out your front door, you've got beauty salons, you've got tanning salons, you've got convenience stores. That's just one piece of it with the small-based businesses. So I really wanted to go over that. The other thing that I really like about this model is if somebody comes in as a DBO, we are franchises. As when we get into November, when we get into that Las Vegas launch in November, you're going to be a digital branch. You're going to be a franchise. That's going to be massive to be licensed as a franchise. So just some of the language where you're going to be able to, do so many things as a digital branch. But when you come in for $495, you've paid a franchise fee. That's going to open you up to those up to 10 levels of transaction fees. But I've got a lot of people that are coming to me saying, well, what if I can't get my three? What if I can't share it with three DBOs? This is probably the only model that I've seen in 33 years where even if you never brought in one DBO, you can still be successful here. And that is because of the $25 card. So let's just say that you came as a DBO, you don't have any DBOs in, but you start sharing it with a couple of people for $25. Now, why would somebody not want to get a card for $25? It's a Visa debit card that doubles their buying power. And again, they don't have to change their spending habits. They're already paying their bills. They have to keep buying food. They have to keep getting gas. All we're doing is showing them that $25 card, and literally they're going to start putting everything on that card and getting double rewards. So what you're not going to have is somebody say, oh, no, thank you, not for $25. I'm going to keep getting no rewards and keep using my card. They're not going to do that. This is a no-brainer. But I think people literally as a DBO, you could share this with 5 or 10 people that get the card. And remember, right now, the TCMs, they're having a whole back office that's being built for them. So those TCMs are going to have their own Z Club. Those TCMs are going to have their own referral link. That's very strong too, because a TCM, just a card holder, if they share that with another $25 card holder, every time the TCM sells a $25 card, they're going to get 500 Z-Bucks. Okay. And every time that new person swipes the card for the first time, they're going to get 500 Z-Bucks. So it's very, very gamified. And that gamification is going to keep people excited. I've had my card, my Tranzact card for about 6 weeks now. I've already got 22,000 Z-Bucks. I probably spent it on some stuff that I didn't need to spend it on, but I've got a lot of Z-Bucks. But I just want people to know that even the customers can duplicate themselves. So as a DBO, if you've got some customers that are sharing the card, they're going in and they're getting the Z Club and they're getting the computers and 50% off. I was online the other day and I saw that Razor scooter go up $600, and I literally jumped right in there, put 600 Z-Bucks on it. I got that scooter absolutely free. All I had to do was pay my shipping and handling. So that is stuff with the gamification that is going to just blow the doors off this. But that's what I was saying. If you're coming in as a DBO and you're not having people, having people that say, oh, I can't be a DBO, don't get frustrated, because you literally, with the gamification, you can have hundreds and hundreds and eventually thousands of card holders underneath you. But remember, each time you do bring in a digital branch, everybody's goal here is to get 3 digital branches, 3 DBOs. And what that's going to do, that is going to make you a manager. Now, once you hit that manager status, which is what you want to help all your people do, you're going to get the $500 right back. So that's immediately, you're going to get your $500 back. You're going to waive those monthly fees. You're going to open up the manager rebate bonus. That's where a lot of people right now are helping everybody go down and become managers. We're already getting those big manager rebate bonuses. There's people that are making a lot of money because every time a manager, once you hit manager, anytime a manager anywhere in your structure pops as a manager, you're going to get a $50 rebate bonus, $50, $50, $50. So they're really rewarding us for helping people go down and become managers. So that's very, very strong. The other thing we've got coming, it's a customer bonus. So basically, when you bring in your first 3 DBOs, that's going to get you the $500 back. That's going to open up your manager rebate. But once you bring in that 4th DBO, that 5th DBO, that 6th DBO, they're going to open up. When they bring in just one customer for $25, they're going to open up. They're going to get a $50 bonus right there. That's a customer bonus, not the manager bonus. And then they're also it pays up 25, 25, 25, 25. So you're going to see as your team starts to grow, especially when you start to have DBOs in your structure, because everybody's purpose as a DBO, you're bringing in DBOs in your digital branch, but they're going to be bringing in their own customers. They're going to be bringing in their own transaction fees, which is just going to make your transaction fees grow up, get bigger and bigger and bigger. The other part that people have to look at is the multiplier. But now we've all been in business, network marketing, where you're like, am I going to get spillover? Am I going to get spillover? This is the ultimate spillover, more than anything I've ever seen in my life. So it's called the multiplier, and everybody gets it. Even right now, as a DBO, every one of you have an active multiplier. So when you bring in, once we get ready for TCMs, when you bring in one customer at $25, the company's going to give you 2 automatically. If you bring in 5 customers just as a DBO, the company's going to give you 10. So that is called the multiplier. And then, of course, as you rank up, when you go to manager, it's going to be 1 to 3. So if you bring in 1 as a manager, they're going to give you 3. These 3 $25 customers go right on your front line, and you can go wider and wider and wider. Once you hit senior manager, you're going to get 5. So you bring in 1, they give you 5. You bring in 10, they give you 50. So we've got a 10-level structure. Just with the multiplier alone, people can very easily go 50 wide, 100 wide, 200 wide. And again, you're multiplying a $25 card. I told somebody I could literally put a sign on a monkey and send him through the mall with a barcode that says double your buying power with my Visa card, and I would sell 50 cards by the time he got to the other side of that mall. That's how easy it's going to be to move these $25 cards, because everybody is swiping a debit or a credit card 50 times a month minimum, and they're not getting rewarded for it. So, I want everybody to be excited that we're in these seats and we're the ones that get to take this out to the world. Everybody's like, is it going to work? Is it going to work? There's already 8,000 people with Tranzact cards. Everybody's earning Z-Bucks. Everybody's in the Z Club. Everything, people are swiping the card, earning Z-Bucks. It's already happening for us. And, it's getting better and better. I know support, we've got some issues and they're working out some bumps, but that's why we're in these seats right now that we're in. The next thing I want to go over is the influencers. And I know there's a lot of new people. There's a lot of people that have been in a while. But the influencers, that's going to be a very, very big deal. These are partners with the company. We've got like Make-A-Wish Foundation, they've got Lady Gaga, they've got the Obamas, they've got LeBron. These are people that are going to get a white label their Tranzact card. So our Tranzact cards are green. We all have the regular Tranzact card. These influencers, they're going to get a personalize their card. So Make-A-Wish Foundation, it's going to say Make-A-Wish Foundation on it. It's going to have the little star, and they're going to get to go out to all of their donors all over the United States. So the deal with the partners is they get $5 per card right off the top. They sell it for $25 just like we do. They get $5 per card. They also get a transaction fee off the top every time someone swipes the card. So let's say that Make-A-Wish, they go out on their infomercial and say, hey guys, we've now got the Make-A-Wish Visa card. It's never been easier to donate to Make-A-Wish. Get the card now for $25. Every time you swipe it, a donation goes to Make-A-Wish, okay? Let's say they sold 1 million cards just off their infomercials, okay? 1 million times $5 per card. They just made $5 million to Make-A-Wish right off the top. But now they've got 1 million card holders out there with that Make-A-Wish card, and every time they swipe it, every time they get gas, every time they pay their phone bill, Make-A-Wish is getting transaction. Where we benefit, those 1 million people that Make-A-Wish just brought in, those 1 million card holders, they are not attached to the partners. They get their $5, they get their percentage. That giant pool from Make-A-Wish, from Lady Gaga, from LeBron, those millions of people are the ones that are going directly to you because you're the digital branch. That's where your multiplier kicks out 1 to 2, 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Every time Jackie brings in a customer, they're going to give her, if she's a DBO, they're going to give her 2 more customers right there from Make-A-Wish. They're going to be under Jackie's digital branch. They're swiping for Make-A-Wish, 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 and Jackie's going to be getting transaction. That's the power of what we've got. And I'm telling you guys, if I can't sleep, I'm so excited. I'm thinking about businesses. I've just got, so many people coming on board, but The other thing is there's going to be no monthly fee until November. That's what I love about this company. They're not charging us a monthly fee right now. They're not doing a money grab. They're giving us 6 months to get our 3 people and, get our monthly fees waived. They're really working with us on this. The other thing that's going to be big, and I think we're just a couple of weeks away, we've got the financing coming. Well, you talk about a game changer. Okay, when someone goes, once the financing is live, remember, we're digital branches. So when someone goes to your page to check out as a DBO for $495, if they don't have the $495, there's going to be a little button right there in Bob's back office that says finance. And they're going to be able to hit that button. They put in their phone number. That's going to run a little check on them. As long as it's not horrific, they're going to pass for a $500 no interest loan. So what they have is the first 30 days, there's no interest accruing. In 30 days, if they bring in their 3 digital branches, that $500 rebate is going to pay that loan off in full. And now they are going to have a completely free business, a digital branch, and they didn't come a single dollar out of pocket. That is a game changer because now it eliminates, even if somebody doesn't have the $500 to get started, that person that comes in from that franchise, they could literally come in and bring in tens of thousands of people that are now in your digital branch because you lent them $500 as a digital branch. You gave them that financing and now they can be off to the races. So I'm just really excited to be here. I'm telling you, I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again in our lifetime that we get to be in front of, because I'm telling you, when we have 1 million, 2 million, 5 million green cards in the next couple of years that are under us, those Tranzact cards, this is going to multiply really, really quickly. And if you break it down to the basic math, one Tranzact card underneath you, one card holder, if they spend $1,500 on one Tranzact card, you're going to make about $2.50 off of $1,500. But remember, that person that just spent $1,500, they paid their car payment, they pay their phone bill, and they pay their light bill. All those bills are due next month. And they also spent $1,500, so they got 3,000 Z-Bucks. Do you think they're going to use any other card next month besides the Tranzact card? Absolutely not. They're going to use the Tranzact card. So, Brian, that's all. That's what I really had to go over. I wanted to go over that, and I really wanted to get some questions and talk to people as well. So, did you have anything to add, Brian? I know you're excited.
Man, that was good. I like all those different things, like going places, talking to business owners. I mean, that's only smart because it's going to help them make extra money too and help everybody around, because this is a product, as the card, and every single person can get value from it, so you don't want to look at it, that's okay. It's $25 one time now to be a customer. Our store's rolling out. Every time I went back there, there's an extra 300-400 items. So you can tell they're adding stuff. And it's just only going to bring value for everybody. I saw Nick jumped on too.
And I see Nick, my sponsor, the person that blessed me with this information. Can Nick unmute and talk for a few minutes? Hey, Nick.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
Very good. There's nothing more I can say that what Larry and Brian did. The one thing I'll say is the reason that Larry and Brian have had massive success is when they first heard of this, they're like, this makes all the sense in the world if it works, right? And they did enough due diligence to really say, hey, like, this thing is it. And you don't have to look too far to see that. I was going through a couple just different businesses or industries that have transitioned from brick and mortar to virtual and social, and it wasn't millions that were created. It wasn't hundreds of millions, it's billions that were created. Let's just look at Uber. And I don't necessarily love the analogies because I think it's kind of hypey, but let's think about that. The taxi industry was not nearly the size of what the banking industry is. Okay. Can we all agree with that? It's huge. It was big, but not nearly. And, 10 years ago, someone came up with the idea to take taxi service from traditional brick and mortar to virtual and social. And there was a handful of people that became very wealthy because of it, but it was a handful. What Tranzact Card is doing with this DBO and with this match they talked about is has the ability for all of us to participate in it, going in the banking industry, going from brick and mortar to virtual and to social. And the power of that is massive. So the reason that Larry and Brian and I haven't slept in 6 weeks, 7 weeks, is because we want as much market share as possible with that. We want as many as our people in the know because we want them to be blessed if they say yes. And like Larry and Brian said, it doesn't matter if they don't see it or get it right now. That's completely okay. At some point, they're going to have a card in their hands. Hopefully they come back to you. But the people that see it and get it, it's going to bless their life substantially. And so if I get a no, it's a not yet. And I just want to go find the next person that sees this and gets this and wants to, go transition in this whole banking industry to play a part in it. Because what we have here is a brilliant model. It's simple once you actually take a look at it. And the simplicity of it is brilliant in itself. And so it's just taking people from not knowing to knowing. And I guess the last thing I would say is, we have been on the phone and Zooms with all the owners. Larry and I flew out to meet all the owners and see corporate headquarters. We've asked all the tough questions. The further we get into this thing, the more we see great leadership from the top, right? With all the customer support and all this growth that we've had. They've made great decisions and they haven't been emotional about it. They've handled it very, very well. Number one, that is a massive sign of leadership, in my personal opinion. Right. But number two, they've added to this. They've enhanced this. We've been in massive growth mode, and yet still they've come out and said, hey, we're going to add to the comp plan. And not only we're going to add to it right now, but we're also going to backdate it. It just speaks volumes of who they are, really what they want to do. They could have launched this thing and said, hey, we're not doing the DBO route. We already have these influencers. We're just going to go to direct to consumer. And rather than a seller sharing in all this wealth and this wealth transfer, they could have kept it all for themselves. So it speaks volumes of really who they are. And for me, that's what really exciting to go work and go share with people and go have some fun. So it's exciting stuff for sure.
Hey, Nick, thank you. I'll say one more thing and then we're going to start some questions. But, when I talked to Peter that weekend in Salt Lake, he said, what I've really done is all I've done is when you guys go out, you're swiping your debit cards and the banks are making billions of dollars in transaction fees. He said, all we've done with this model, you guys are my digital branches and you guys are going to get 10 levels of transaction fees as you rank up. So all we're doing is changing the model. And I see all the faces on here tonight. We literally are the new face of banking and we're going to take this out to the world. So Brian, we'll stop the recorder and let's go ahead and do some questions.